Yeah, good afternoon, students. I welcome you all for the lesson on business communication. The introduction to communication we shall see today. So, morning we saw the syllabus and I explained you also what all the contents that are going to be there in this subject. This is a life skill foundation course prescribed by the university, business communication, very important for our career development also. So let me start with the presentation now. All of you are aware that communication is very important. And earlier also in our regular English class, there is communication and soft skills English practice also, we defined communication. Can someone tell me once again, what is the meaning of communication? What is the meaning of communication? Can someone tell me? Yeah, tell me. Okay, so what do you communicate? Is it only talking? Okay, sambhashana means just only words?
No, sir.
Is it only words that form part of communication or any other thing? What happens in a communication?
Sir, not only words, sir.
Okay, okay. So it is expressing your, what you can say, your
opinion.
Opinions.
Our opinions.
Yeah, your opinions, your ideas, your thoughts, understand? So it is expressing, conveying, actually it is conveying your opinions, your ideas, your thoughts, your feelings, even your emotions to other persons. How do you communicate? How do you communicate? What is communication? You have told me. How? How you communicate? Tell me.
Through email.
Through emails. Okay. Technically, you communicate. And other ways?
Messages.
Messages. Very good.
Phone calls.
Letters, sir.
Calls. Phone calls. Good.
Letters.
Letters.
Talking, through talking.
Through talking, very good. Oral communication. Oral communication, technical communication, electronic, that means emails, messages, letters. Yeah, tell me.
Action, sir.
Amma?
Action.
Actions, very good, very good. Through behaviors, that means our non-verbal communication. One is verbal communication, another one is non-verbal communication. Tell me, is communication a new concept or old concept?
Old concept.
Old concept. So did our ancestors communicate? Our forefathers?
Letters, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, they communicated through letters. If they were illiterate, for example, yeah, that means through some other medium they used to communicate. Understand? So let's see in this in the unit 1, introduction and importance of communication. Today we shall try to understand the overall view of communication. That means the meaning of communication, process of communication. So observe the picture. What do you understand? See the picture.
It's about communication, how changes,
Communication? How
how
it
develop,
very good, very good. That's what we call evolution. Evolution means
evolution.
a development or progress or change. Okay? How evolution started? We say evolution of human beings. Understand? From an entirely animal-like person to modern person. You can see very interestingly, this is a cartoon. This tells about the evolution of communication. When he was a jungle man, he was a tribal man. How he used to communicate? By carving on stones. Understand? First written word, maybe on the stones, he tried to etch those words, what he wanted to communicate through drawings on the walls. Understand? Paintings in the caves, Ajanta Ellora caves and old caves, Belum caves. There you can see the old, that means thousands of years ago, how the tribal men used to communicate. Our ancestors used to communicate when they didn't have any language. How did they communicate when they didn't have language? Through? Tell me, today we have languages like Telugu, English, Hindi, but thousands of years ago when there was no language, did they communicate or didn't they communicate?
Through drawings.
Yeah, through pictures, drawings or carvings on the stones. Understand? So on the walls, they used to draw. They used to express their ideas to their fellow tribesmen. You can see the first written word, later the movable typing machine started. That means the printing machine. Later, mass publication, that means books were published. And email communication. Nowadays, again, we are using lesser words. Yeah, those who use Twitter can understand. Hardly it allows some less than 150 words. Understand? 140 words only it allows. That means communication has become less. It is just like a cartoon. The artist drew his idea. So this picture itself is communicating us something. So communication need not be always in words. The picture is communicating wonderfully how the communication process developed or evolved over the centuries. Initially, it started by carving on the stone writing. Later, printed letters started and books published. Later, email, electronic communication. Again, Twitter and WhatsApp messages these days. Let's see one more picture. So this also tells about evolution of communication. You observe how the communication was there. So initially, there were no words. When there were no words, just the thoughts were exchanged. And later, you know, using words, we used to send. And later on, people used to travel and deliver the letters. After that, postman entered, and Graham Bell, he created telephone and landline we call. And after that one, mobiles, internet, you can see how the evolution very interestingly developed over a period of time. That means from almost like an animal, the human being is there. Later he started drawing something, that means communicating something. Understand? Later he started reading books and started speaking, and And now today, it's Wi-Fi symbol. Understand? 3G, 4G generations we are now seeing, and computers. So the communication as a process as well as a field developed a lot. Understand, in ancient days also communication was there. In the Middle Ages, communication was there. Yesterday, communication was there. Today, communication is there. Tomorrow also communication is going to be there. Understand? Tell me, communication is limited only to business organizations?
No, sir.
Where do you see communication? Where do you see communication? Tell me. Communication
Evolution of communication.
at home. Understand?
At office, at school,
In the
at
school,
colleges,
in the college, in the organizations.
playing grounds.
Understand? Temples, other institutions, communities, societies. Understand? Everywhere. That means communication is all pervasive. That means communication takes place in every place. It takes place everywhere. So communication, can someone read it?
Yes, sir.
Communication is as old as human civilization.
Come on, Joyశ్రీ, you please read. Madhumati can read later.
Communication is as old as human civilization. Man used to communicate with his fellow beings by means of sounds, signals, gestures, when there was no language developed. Means communication, human society could not have been as it is today. It is communication which has transformed mankind into the most developed, rational and prosperous group on the earth.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you. Very nicely you have read. So this is what called clear communication. Understand? That means reading it clearly. Communication is not just a modern concept. Because we are reading studying it as a subject, we cannot say that it is a modern to us. It was not there in the earlier days. No. Communication is as old as human civilization. That means human beings were there thousands of years ago, and communication also was there. And man used to communicate, maybe not with letters, but with his fellow beings by means of sounds, signals, gestures. We know that is body language. By making some sounds, signals. Understand? Body language, when there was no language developed, that means when there was no formal language like English, Telugu, these, then he used to communicate with sounds, signals, gestures. And without communication, that means minus communication, human society could not have been as it is today. See, communication played a very important role in the evolution of human beings. We know animals were as they used to be thousands of years ago. Today also we can see in the same manner, no change. We understand birds, no change. Other insects, no change. But when it comes to human being, lot of change we could see. How it became possible means because he learned the art of communication very nicely. He learned the art of writing, language, and with the help of language, he started publishing books. He spread his knowledge. He gained more knowledge. He learned it a lot. He learned more skills, and he became a civilized person today. He became a modern man. He started commanding on the other creatures in the nature. Understand? For good or bad, man's evolution was possible because of communication. So it is communication which has transformed. Transformed means changed mankind into the most developed, rational, and prosperous group on the earth. No other animal wants to earn money or wants to buy new houses, lands, understand? Or to wear jewelry. No, it is man only who is interested in earning more money, wearing jewelry, and building new houses, and acquiring more lands. Understand? So all this became possible, and because of this, he became not only a prosperous one, but a powerful species on the earth. You can see this picture again, a very interesting picture. In the above picture, you can see the drawings of those tribal men. That means that was the way of their communication at the time. And in this one, the ancient man with his stone tab, Silaphalakam అని అంటాం కదా, రాతి బుక్ అని కూడా ఏమంటారు తెలుసా? ట్యాబ్ అంటారు, ట్యాబ్ ఆఫ్ స్టోన్ అంటారు, tablet of stone. And we are today calling the electronic device also a tablet, you know. So from stone tab to electronic tab or smartphone, this is how he evolved, or the communication as a process and communication as a field of study evolved. Yeah, Madhumati, please read.
Communication is the lifeline of sociality and business organization. An organization can hardly be conceived without communication. The business of communication as organization would turn into a mere organization will turn into a mere assembly of unrelated and unorganized individuals, materials and machines and tools which neither makes any sense nor it infects any kind of organizations.
Thank you. See, communication is the lifeline of society. Lifeline means very important path. Understand? Pranam, it is the lifeline of society and business organization. Without communication, we cannot survive. Man is a social animal. Just imagine, without talking to other persons, can you live? Maybe 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 1 month, 2 months. But it is not just for food we live. We feel like speaking to other person. So if you are kept alone, you cannot survive, you cannot live. So communication is the lifeline of society and business organizations. An organization can hardly be conceived without communication. If there is no communication, you cannot say that it is an organization. Organization means where communication exists. If there is no communication, no need to form an organization. In the absence of communication, an organization would turn into a mere assembly of unrelated and unorganized individuals. If there is no communication, students are there in the college. Students come, they don't communicate. Teachers come, they don't communicate. There are blackboards, there are tables, chairs, and there is the office clerks, senior assistants and all. And many other staff members, junior college students. That means everyone comes. No communication takes place. You come, sit there and go. Then what is the meaning of college? When there are no classes, why should you come at all? Why should the teachers come at all? That means if there is no communication happening in an organization, then organization just becomes an assembly of individuals. Just individuals are there, materials are there, and machines are there, and tools are there, which neither makes any sense. It has no sense at all. It makes no sense. It is meaningless. Teachers go, students go, others come, and they don't talk to each other, one another. Then what's the purpose of having a college? Understand? So, in this one, without communication, there is no existence of organization. All of you, please understand, this is very simple. Without communication, there is no existence of organization. Understand? If organizations need to develop, need to progress, there should be communication as a process. Then, yeah, Shravya Sudha.
Sir,
Could you please
Sir.
read?
Yes. Effective communication is absolutely necessary for the sustenance and growth of an organization. To maintain effective communication in the organization, formal training is necessary. Communication is a necessary gradient in society and international relations. Good communication builds an organization, and bad communication ruins an organization. Communication affects interpersonal relationship in the society, which reflects on all aspects of society, family, community, organizations, etc.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you very much. See, effective communication is absolutely necessary for the sustenance and growth of an organization. Sustenance means stabilizing. Continuing. Sustenance means susthirata. That means to be there, communication is absolutely necessary. And to grow, then also communication is absolutely necessary. To maintain effective communication in the organization, formal training is necessary. What to communicate, how to communicate, when to communicate, why to communicate. We must know. Then only we can communicate properly. Then only the organizations also develop or progress or grow. So communication is a necessary gradient in society and international relations also. We have discussed that communication is necessary at home, in our street, in our village, in our community, in our society, in our state, and in our country, and in the entire universe. That means international relations. Communication is very important. We know pretty well it is because of the good words by our rulers, other countries are nowadays helping us. If we help others, if we communicate well, they also communicate well. If we support them, they will also support us back. Understand? So communication builds or breaks an organization. For example, if you go to a new restaurant, and if the waiters or the suppliers, they come and communicate very well. They respond to your requirements very well. And if they smile at you, if they serve you better, if they say thank you very much, sir, when you are leaving, or if they say welcome, sir, when you are going, then what happens? It's not just food. It is how they communicate with you that makes you feel happy. Then you will advertise about the hotel among your friends. Hey, that new restaurant is very good. Particularly the waiters are very helpful. They serve well. They smile at you. Understand? That means good communication helped in building the organization very well. But if there are bad persons working, we know some offices when we go, they don't help us. They don't respond to us. They don't support us. They don't listen to us. We go there, go to those government offices with a lot of problems, but they never listen to us. Then what happens? We say that so-and-so bank is not good. So-and-so shop is not good. Don't go there. Understand, like that. So our mouth becomes a bad publicity. So through that bad publicity, the organization breaks down. So whether to build an organization or to break down an organization, communication is very, very important. Communication affects interpersonal relationship in the society. In the society also, among all the members, the interpersonal relationships are developed through communication. Because how do you make friends when you join in a new college, new class? So you smile at your fellow student, he or she smiles back, then you become friends. Later on, by talking to each other every day, you become thick friends. Understand? So in society, the interpersonal relations develop with the help of communication. And it reflects on all aspects of society. Society means offices, colleges, communities, families, all these. Next one. So now let's look at the meaning of communication. Communication, meaning. Can someone read? Another person. Chandrika?
Sir,
Could you please read?
communication is the act of conveying information. The word communication has been derived from the late of word communes, meaning to share. It basically involves a sender, a message, and a receiver. Communication is giving, receiving, or exchanging ideas, data, information, signals, or messages through appropriate media, enabling individuals or groups to
Persuade.
proceed to speak information, to give information, or to express emotions.
Okay, thank you very much. See, now, till now we have seen the introduction of communication. Now let's look at the meaning and some important definitions of communication given by organizational experts. Communication is the activity of conveying information. So you are conveying something, you are giving. So the word communication has been derived from the Latin word communis. So the Latin word communis means to share. So communication means what? Sharing, giving something to others. What do we give here? We give, even we receive or exchange. We give and take. What do we give and take? We give and take ideas. I have an idea, I'll share with you. Or data, I have some information or some data, some numbers I have, some notes I have, I exchange with you. Information, signals or messages through appropriate media. The media could be TV, telephone, understand, a wireless media, internet, or social media, newspaper, blackboard, or white paper notice board, understand. So through some media, enabling individuals, what happens? When we receive some information, what happens? It makes us respond, it makes us act. Understand, it makes us act. When we receive some information, when I am asking you, immediately when I ask Jyotsna, please read, Jyotsna reads. Or Madhumati, please read, Madhumati reads. That means when some information is received, you respond back. Understand? So this is very, very important. It makes the groups to persuade. Persuade means influence, to seek information, to give information, or to express emotions. So communication is giving, receiving, or exchanging ideas, data, information, signals, or messages through appropriate media. If it is in the classroom, blackboard and a notebook. If it is in online classes, Zoom class and a notebook. Understand? And signals enabling individuals or groups to persuade. That means to pursue what they are doing, they will continue to do when they receive communication. To seek information further, to give information, or to express emotions. So this is the meaning of communication. The word communication came from the Latin word communis, which is meaning sharing. Understand? Now let's look at the process of communication. And before looking into the process, let's look at some other definitions. Some behavioral theorists defined communication. So communication in general manners, we feel sharing of ideas, thoughts with the other person, sharing of ideas, thoughts, messages with the other person. It's okay. But management theorists, behavioral experts, and organizational scientists have defined very systematically the word communication. So communication is defined by different authors in different ways. Yeah, Shyamalata, could you please read?
Communication definition. Communication is defined by different others in different ways. Harvard treat. Communication is a composite of information given and received, of a learning experience in which certain attitudes, knowledge, and skills change, carrying with them alternations of behavior, of a listening effort by all involved, of a sympathetic, fresh examinations of issued by communicator himself, of a sensitive interaction of a points of view leading a higher level of shared understanding and communication intention, common intention.
Very good. Yeah, Jyotsna, could you please read this one?
Communication definition. Gigi Born. Communication is transfer of information from one person to another, whether or not is elicites confidence, but the information transferred must be understandably to the receiver.
Okay. So let's see one more definition. Yeah, some other person may please read.
Can I read, sir?
Ajay? Yeah, please.
Lois A. Allen. Communication is the sum of the all things one person does when he wants to create understanding in the mind of another. It's a bridge of meaning. It involves a systematic and continuous process of telling, listening, and understanding.
Yeah, thank you, Sravya Sudha, very nicely read. See, let's now try to define, see the definitions one by one and try to understand. Definition by Arthur Tent is very comprehensive. That means if you read this definition and understand, then you will understand all the concepts related to communication. Communication is a composite of information given and received. He says that communication means it is a mix of information. Information of what? given and received. And about what? Of a learning experience. That means you give something, you receive something. What happens in the meanwhile? Some learning happens. Learning experience. Then learning means what? Certain attitudes change, knowledge levels change, and skills are acquired. That means communication happens purposefully. What is the main purpose of communication? Means to change the attitudes, knowledge, and skills of other persons. Because I am communicating with you, you are communicating with me. You will learn something from me and I will learn something from you. If there is no learning, then there is no meaning or there is no purpose for communication. So that's the powerful definition given by him. And he further says that carrying with them alternations of behavior. Once communication takes place, learning takes place. Once learning takes place, your behavior changes. So communication plays very, very important role in change of one's behavior or personality. And of a listening effort by all involved. Communication is not just one-way traffic. Please do understand. Communication means two-way. If I am asking you to read, and if you read, then only communication takes place. Understand? So communication is two-way process. And all involved of a sympathetic, fresh examination of issues by communicator himself. I am telling you something, and I have something in my mind. But when I talk to you, you give some examples. What happens, you know? My thought process also changes. My opinion also changes when I receive your opinions. So communication has such a powerful role. And of a sensitive interaction of points of view leading to a higher level of shared understanding and a common intention. So communication helps in having a shared understanding. Please do understand these terms, very important terms. Understanding we know. Shared understanding, but that means what I have, you also have the same understanding. So our understanding levels are equal. Because of what? Because of communication. So you please understand the steps. Communication helps in learning. Learning helps in changing of behavior, knowledge, skills, attitudes. Then a change takes place, a transformation takes place, and shared understanding takes place. Understand? So all of us have common intention. Organizations have common goals, and those common goals need to be achieved by all the members of the organization. How is it possible? Through proper communication. Okay, let's go through another definition by Z.Z. Brown. It's a simpler one. Z.Z. Brown says that communication is transfer of information. Transferring means sending from one place to another place. Transfer of information from one person to another, whether or not it elicits confidence. Whether the other person believes it or not, I send something. It's not just between human beings, even for machines also we communicate. We are entering something in the internet means what? To the website we are sending information which will be processed by the machine. But the information transferred must be understandable to the receiver. Please do understand that information, if it is not understood by the receiver, then communication failed. If I order, if I instruct you to do something, and if you do, or if you listen to me, then only I can say that my communication became successful. But I tell something and you don't listen to it at all, then a communication failed. One more definition by Louis A. Allen. He says, communication is the sum, that is total of all the things one person does when he wants to create understanding in the mind of another. That means communication is the things. It is the talk, it is the action, it is the gesture, it is the body language, it is making sounds or drawing something or singing a song. Everything we do for what purpose? When we want to create understanding in the mind of another, to make the other person understand. I write a letter, I draw a picture, I sing a song, I dance, I try to attract. All this for what purpose? To make the other person understand something that I am feeling inside. It is a bridge of meaning. Communication acts like a bridge. What you think, other person also should think in the same manner, means communication should take place. It involves a systematic and continuous process of telling, listening, and understanding. Communication is not just speaking, but listening and understanding. Okay, this is how some people have defined communication. Now, meaning we saw, and process also. After meaning, some definitions we saw, and now process of communication. Process means how communication happens. Yeah, please, Rohini, could you please read? Rohini, Shruti, Shruti, Chandrika,
Sir,
could you please read?
process of communication. Communication is usually a two-step way process. It is not just giving information or signaling someone. It also involves the compression of the information or the signals by the receiver. When the act of giving information on sending message receives the recipient and gets comprehended by
Just let, yeah, please.
comprehended by him or her, and the receiver sends feedback as desired by the sender. The process of communication said to be complete. Communication before involves more than one person.
Yeah, thank you. See, process of communication, how communication happens. Communication is usually a two-way process. It is not a one-way process. Two-way, that means there will be a sender, there will be a receiver. Sender sends some words and the receiver listens to them. If he understands, okay, otherwise he gives a feedback. If he understands, he says yes. If he doesn't understand, no, then it becomes a feedback and the original sender will change his communication again. Understand? So it is a continuous process. It is a two-way process. It is not just giving information or signaling someone. It also involves the comprehension. Comprehension means understanding of the information or the signal by the receiver. It is not just giving and leaving it. No. You gave, but the other person understood it or not. That is also important in communication. When the act of giving information or sending message reaches the recipient and gets comprehended by him or her, then the receiver sends feedback as desired by the sender. The process of communication is said to be complete. Very, very important. For example, I ask you to write homework. Or in the morning, I conducted a test. I asked you to write the answers. And when we started evaluating that one, trying to find the answers, you started giving answers. That means what? You already worked on that one. That means the communication took place. Sometimes it so happens that I give orders, but nobody implements. Then only speaking was over, not communication. Please do understand that communication is complete means sender gave information, receiver received the information and understood the information and even implemented that one. At least he understood the information. Communication therefore involves more than one person. With only one person, communication cannot happen. Of course, you can talk to yourself. Understand? If you talk to yourselves always, how do others consider? If you are talking to another person, okay. If you are talking to yourself all the time, how do others feel? What do they think about you? For example, if I am talking myself, not talking with any other person, what do you call me? A mad person.
Mad.
No? So people call others mad. If they communicate within themselves all the time, we communicate, we think, we analyze ourselves. Morning, some 10 minutes or 15 minutes, we meditate. That means we are communicating with our mind, with our heart, and within ourselves. That's a different one. But you generally communicate with the other person. So in communication, at least 2 persons are there, or more than 2 persons. Very important. Then a communication process. All of you please write down or draw this chart or take the screenshot and copy it into your notebooks. Very, very important. If you remember this picture, if you draw this picture, even in the examination also, you can explain it very well. You please look into this one. It starts with the sender's idea. The sender or the speaker, he got an idea. And this idea is encoded. Encoded means now I have encoded my idea in the form of pictures, presentation, slides, and English language words. So that is what called encoding. All my ideas, I converted them into codes. That means into letters, into numbers, or into pictures, or into presentation. Then what happened? Through some channel, it is communicated. Now, through Zoom, through online class, I am communicating my idea to you all. Then what happened? The students are receivers. What are you doing? You are receiving. You are receiving and decoding. You are trying to understand. That's why sometimes when you don't understand my language, you ask me, sir, could you please repeat it? When I ask you to answer a question, and when you can't listen it properly, you ask me to give feedback. I mean, you give me feedback, sir, could you please repeat it? Then I speak it again. Then in encoding, through some channel I send, you receive it. You receive it and decode it. If you understand, yes, sir, this is the answer, the feedback comes. If you don't understand, sir, could you please repeat? That also is a feedback. Then again, I change my voice, tone, and slowly I tell. Then you will understand and you will give answer. So this is a continuous process. Communication is a continuous process. But you understand there is a noise also. This noise is nothing but a symbolic barrier. When I am speaking, there would be some difficulties. There would be some barriers, some technical problems. And when you are speaking also, the network problem will be there. So receiving would be problem for me. So problems will always be there in communication. Noise, we call it noise. So please draw this picture. Very easily you can explain in the examination also. Sender's idea, encoded, through some channel it is sent, receiver receives, and he decodes the idea, and he gives feedback, and again sender communicates. So it is a continuous process. In another way also we can explain this communication. This is, as I told you, communication is a cyclical process, never ending, continuous process. Sender is sending idea, ideas are encoded, and these encoded ideas, they move through some proper channel. that means online or offline. And these ideas receive, they reach the recipient. The receiver gets these. He decodes them. That means if they are in English, he tries to understand in English. If they are in Telugu, he tries to understand in Telugu. That's what called decoding. And the decoded ideas enter into the receiver's mind. If he understands, he gives positive feedback. If he doesn't understand, he requests for again repetition. Understand? Then sender speaks. Then again idea is encoded. Like that, it's a cyclical process. Please remember these two diagrams. You can explain in the exams very well. Understand? So, let me stop here, just showing the medium of communication. Communication is through letters, through phones, through newspapers, through smartphones, understand, through Wi-Fi and internet, the global network, and through some papers. Understand? So through pictures, through messages, through calendars, like that, communication can happen through any medium. And communication, it refers to a set of techniques used for expressing ideas effectively and the technology of transmission of information by print or telecommunication media. For example, through newspaper, we get the information through print, and through mobiles, through TV, radios, and all we get. It is telecommunication media. Communication is lexically meant to be the imparting or exchanging of information by speaking. Dictionary says that communication means imparting information by speaking or writing or using some other medium like body language, gestures, signals, and all. It is the act of conveying intended meaning. Intended meaning means what you are intention is, what you are thinking inside, that should be communicated properly. From one entity or group to another through the use of mutually understood signs or semiotic rules. Very important thing is it should be understood both by the parties. If I am speaking in Malayalam and you can't understand, then communication fails. Understand? So understanding is very, very important. So with this, we shall stop today and we shall continue communication in the next classes. I request all of you to be open and search in Google and other aspects also about communication, communication process, and whatever diagrams or whatever material you have taken now, whatever important points you have noted in your notebook, please go through them. Try to understand them. Don't think just about examination. Communication is a wonderful subject which helps us grow as an individual in our day-to-day life, and it helps us a lot in our future careers. So try to understand it in depth. That means you are learning actually the subjects of MBA in advance. So some of you who would like to do MBA after degree, you will be benefited because you are learning the important things in advance in this Life Skills Foundation course. Okay, thank you very much. I shall stop here, and other aspects of communication we shall see in the later class.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. All of you, please post your attendance also once again in the WhatsApp. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.